a round of applause for the very skilled and talented Agape! I got the cool walk. You gotta have to keep going on the cool walk. Agape in this. All right. Oh, good.
Praise God, because I was put on this earth to worship as a wordsmith, so I exercise daily and walk with Him, and I'll tell you again. Praise God. I want to say thank you to Ty here and to the venue and everybody here for having me. My name is Agape. Agape means godly love, if you guys didn't know. It's the love that you can only find from God. So I'm going to spit 2 poems. One of them real poetic. I'm a spoken word artist, just to be clear. One is real poetic. The other one is, you get the meaning of it. The first one's called Love Thyself. You carry baggage like your heart uses frequent flyer miles to run away from reality. So the question is not can you be loved, but will you allow yourself? Because your spirit twinkles amongst the stars, so your smile gives meaning to the darkest nights. Your presence freezes hearts because only ice can reduce the swelling of the harshest fights. You captivate captivity itself only to forfeit that power because you dare to doubt your inner strength and insight. Your flaws do not define you. You define those flaws. So if you strike them from your dictionary, then life's vocabulary will not have utterance to pass pitfalls. Listen closely. And you will hear the cry of love. And its beat has been on repeat in the same position for which you left it while you decided to run around your true emotions because all those circles have left you dizzy and believing that lust could be love. And that lying down was a position of power, that pain was normative to life, and drama was formative to a wife, that arguing was just necessary to grow. Until black and blue roses that blossomed on your body became tattooed on your soul. You found comfort in these regrets. They were the only thing you allowed yourself to know. So the question is not can you be loved, but will you allow yourself? Will you fight for the very person that your essence has been crying out to become? You can unpack your bags now. You need not base your emotions on indwelling hotel rooms. You can lay your cards on the table, face up. Because love would dare not judge you on the cards that you've been given, but instead base its decisions on how you play the hand that you've been dealt. Love will roll the dice knowing that knowing that the end result does not matter. Because it takes both die to crop out in the die, and the same number to win on 7 or 11, so paint your feelings red and put little white dots in them because you have to go in all together. So trust is a word you will need to develop. Sound it out. Make an acronym. Complete an etymology and discover its true roots, and in doing so, you might discover the root of why you never tried it in the first place. Because those skeletons aren't locked into closets, they're buried under scar tissue and soil. But the beauty is that just underneath that casket of deceit, a renewed vision of who you truly are awaits. Because love cannot come from another person, it must be looked for from within where agape can truly operate. So the question is not can you allow yourself to be loved, but will you love yourself? Because it will not matter if you find a person who unlocks the door to your heart if bags are packed and waiting in the hallway. Zipped and locked inside are all your self-regrets. Self-inflicted pain that was externally driven. Motivational memories of negativity for which you base your future, but be free. Please, let it go. Because all of your hindrances, all of your self-doubt, everything that you hold on to can be summed up into nothing. Let it go. Love yourself that you may be loved and love in return because you are more beautiful than the sun in all its glory. Elegance takes lessons from your daily demeanor. So it baffles me to know that you doubt the steps that have been set in your path, and while you refuse to see it right now, thine eyes have seen the glory of your potential in a relationship with God. And that future looks oh so bright. Thank you. That's shout out to my family from Speakeasy, but this one is called The Celebration. It's a celebration, it's an ode, a tribute to black women. Shout out to my girlfriend who's sitting back there. Beautiful woman with the door. I think it's time to celebrate the beauty of black women. And I'm not talking about your stereotypical pop culture fit-ins. I'm talking about your everyday ebony citizen. Every one of them getting it in from afros to fades, light to dark, thick and skinny. And while most of you can't feel me, I know at least one of you can. But really, what kind of world do we live in when I turn on the television and I'm forced fed a certain type of women, so images of straightened hair and lighter skin become internalized messages of feeling less than, so no longer do the powers that be need any kind of overt suppression because internal beauty stays suppressed in. So I give much respect when I see a woman rocking non-straightened hair again because too often it's frowned upon and questioned. And yes, it takes time and more effort, but if natural beauty doesn't bring you self-pleasure, then it'll be a long time coming before it does anyone else, if ever. So I think it's time that we celebrate strength that shines brighter than any chain because black women don't need ice to soothe 400 years of pain. And if there were a picture of every black woman, then they'd see a rainbow of different shades. And oh, how striking it would frame. And black women are not here to satisfy a chocolate craving, so I will not compare them to mocha lattes and Hershey's Kisses because I would rather compare my misses with fruit. Because we all know the black with the berry, then the sweet of the juice, and the dark with the flesh, then the deep with the roots. I gave a holler to my sisters on welfare. You know I don't care because I grew up on it too. But I digress. So let's try to digest and be in a mindset to celebrate the power of black women. Because sticks and stones can break our bones, but words can cut the soul. And if that's soul, then we need to watch how we represent black women on the whole because bitches are dogs and not black women. Hoes are for gardening and not black women. And tricks are for kids, silly rabbit, not black women. But read and know that bougie people in dry, clean clothes sat around to chat about how to spray away an entire history with a fire hose. But it was saved by those who public bust their way to the front, and so are female MCs like Nikki really an over-animated joke or another cart paving their part like the Underground Railroad. And while I might not like every way that she's getting hers, I'm just about seeing black women of our unpopular culture finish first. And so I'll say in closing words, that all women are beautiful in their own respects. I just find black women to be more beautiful in most respects. And my hope is that they find their beauty not in videos and being called vixens, not from cooking in any kitchens, but from within, and with the feelings originating with God's vision. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah! Black women! So beautiful! Sister, this